Mark Hilliard is here. He is the president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, visiting with us, and our conversation, as always, is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Wonderful. Good to have you with us here today.
It's good to be here.
Talk about business developments around Indiana County. The big event has come and gone for this spring season, but there's still plenty to talk about, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a lull for us right now in the summertime, as it usually is. We normally do not have a board meeting in July, so it's kind of a little bit of our break too, but it helps get us planned for the fall and the winter and some of the bigger events coming up. But yeah, we don't have a lot of the big events right now. We had the Hall of Fame last month, which was great, but now we're kind of just in the planning stages, getting things ready for the fall, working with the high schools as they start to get prepared to go back to school. And we have the big Excellence in Education program with Colonial Motor Mart, where we're giving away 2 cars this year to a Teacher of the Year and a Student of the Year. And right now we're working on getting all that stuff worked out and planned so that when the school year starts for the teachers and students, everybody's ready to go, and we can get some nominees right out of the gate, and we're pretty excited about everything.
Yeah, well, that's where I wanted to start today, because the program was announced a little bit earlier in the spring, and now we have a chance to really focus in on something that is going to be happening pretty quickly here. And there's a lot that goes into it, and structurally, you've got that all worked out, but we're
almost, yes.
We're pretty soon going to start hearing names. And the excitement will continue to build. And I know you'd love to have that. You'd love to have that sort of excitement, the anticipation of it all.
Well, we've been trying to get the word out there to students, and we've had great cooperation with all the school districts. We're actually going to be meeting with the superintendents here early next month to go over some final details. But we really want this to be something that is promoted in every school district and in Indiana County. And for the teachers, it's elementary and high school and junior high. It's everybody. Any of the teachers are eligible. So it's going to be going out to a lot of the parents so that they're aware of what's going on. And a lot of the parents probably have a good sense of teachers that have made a difference in their child's life that they would want to nominate. So we want everybody to have a chance to nominate, the Teacher of the Year from each school district. And then from the student standpoint, we're finishing up on, we've had a couple of meetings already just in the past couple of weeks on finishing up the criteria for how we're going to judge. We want truly every student to feel like they have a chance at being nominated by the school district. And, every student who, is really putting forth the effort, because, we want students not just necessarily based on academics, but school activities, community involvement, of course, soft skills, essential skills, and those students who are doing tremendous work over at ICTC. So maybe they have the technical skills, but it can't all be based off of academics, because what truly makes a great student isn't necessarily the great grades. There are students that are at different levels, and especially in today's world, you don't necessarily have to have the best grades to get the best job, and there are a lot of other factors that come into play, and we want to recognize every student. And we're hoping in general this could build morale for students and get them more excited, get the teachers more motivated too, although they are plenty motivated as it is. But we're really excited about the program and what it could mean.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can't wait to watch how it all unfolds before us. And that's something to look forward to in the future. Meanwhile, it used to be when we did these segments with our Chamber of Commerce presidents, going all the way back to Dana Henry and to Jim Struzzi, we were talking about and I would spend this segment trying to pry information out of, okay, what are you hearing about this place or that place or this vacant building or that, and business attraction efforts. Those things still go on.
Yeah, they do.
Even when, as you characterize it, a lull period like here in the early summer, you still are working, your staff still is working, and folks like Byron and the folks at the Indiana County Office of Planning and Development, the county commissioners, everybody's working to try to bring business here.
Yes.
And good solid jobs and really build the economy. That's what it's all about.
It is. We were on a call just a couple of days ago where we went through a list of businesses and potential businesses that were looking to come here, some that are more further along in that process, and it's looking as if it's going to be announced anytime soon. But it's a lengthy list. We can't go into a lot of the details just because of the confidentiality and some of the deals that are being worked out. But there are a lot of things in the works right now. Some that are very close to happening. Some that still need a little bit of work. But there's really good things. And I know I come in here every month, and it seems like I'm saying, "Oh, there's good things on the horizon," but there really is. And I mean, it's exciting to see some of these things and to hear some of the good news. I mean, we have we have certain businesses, and I know there's a lot of businesses throughout the area that are struggling to find workers, and we have others that are great success stories that are doing tremendous work right now, and they're doing well in finding the right people, but also in terms of their overall productivity. So I wish we could find out what they're doing and try to bottle that. And we've tried to look at different models at what's working and what's not. And truthfully, in today's day and age, it's really hard to tell what is attracting people to come work at a place, and more importantly, also attracting people to stay at that place. Mm-hmm. So it's retention as much as recruitment. But we do have a lot of success stories here, and I think that's why we're getting some attention from outside of the area and businesses looking here. So they don't all work out, but I do think with a lot of the different properties throughout the county, there are some big things that are in the works, and some of them people aren't going to be as excited about because they want to hear about what retail establishments and restaurants
Sure.
are coming. But we're talking about things that could create significant jobs, and that's the most important thing for our area.
And as we've said, you always need the mix. The retail is nice.
Yeah.
But
and there's some coming. There's some some announcements should be made soon.
If it's retail, if it's all retail, it's just we're taking retail at this business and swapping it retail from another business, and there's not revenue generating types of things, business and the industry and those sorts of things that are happening. So you need that big mix of things that are going on. I think Indiana County has a great positioning aspect to all of this because there are a number of different facilities. The county has actually stepped up to make facilities available and to make them not just available but viable in terms of the infrastructure that supports them, whether it's underground or above ground types of things, paving and parking lots and water lines and broadband and all of those things. All of those will come together and make the package that is going to attract business in.
And I think it's our people too. We hear time and again when we bring a business in or bring people in to come and look at different areas. We truly roll out the red carpet where a lot of these people, they have meetings with the commissioners and of course Byron is heavily involved and the chamber, and they'll go and meet the different services or different groups that might be involved with them potentially coming here. And we hear time and again before they leave, how different that is than other areas where they don't have that cooperation and that teamwork where you truly have this team approach when a business comes in to town. And there are certain things that we can offer that other areas can, but I think our people are far and above anything that most of these other areas have, just because of the way we work together, the teamwork, and how we're truly all working towards a common goal. And I think that separates Indiana County from a lot of areas.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So events, as you said, we look forward to the great big events, but the smaller events are important as well. What do you have on the schedule?
Well, we're working right now with Eggs and Issues coming up September 1st at the KCAC, and that will be with our state legislators representing Indiana County, which is a much smaller group than it was a year ago because of the redistricting. But it's still a great event to be able to have our state legislators there to answer questions from the community, and they get a nice breakfast and be able to talk directly to Jim Struzzi, Joe Pittman, Brian Smith, and be able to ask them questions about issues that affect them. So tickets are available now. We have been sending those out. They're available on our website as well if you wanted to go on there to get them. But usually those events do come close to selling out because of the limited capacity in those venues that we use. But this is on September 1st in the morning at the KCAC. That's the next event that we really have coming up on the schedule, and we're also looking ahead for some things, trying to plan some things for the fall. We're hoping for some bigger events coming up, but we need a few more details ironed out before we can announce anything. And then we have the annual luncheon in December. So we have bigger things coming up, and we have some after hours coming up on the schedule, but not until the summer's nearing its end. But I'll put a little plug in too for the Downtown Indiana Taste and Tour tonight, which is going on. Tickets are still available for that, and we're helping them promote that too. So that's a great event. I'm looking forward to going around and sampling some food from the different venues. But right now, I'd make a plug for Eggs and Issues on September 1st, and it's hard to believe it's almost a month away from September 1st. It's a little scary.
We mentioned a couple of moments ago the efforts to attract businesses here, but you made a good point about retention of those businesses and making sure that you don't just give them the auspices that they can go ahead and open their business here or bring their business here, and they bring it, and then we forget about them and say, okay, you're on your own. The type of support the county can offer, and organizations such as the Chamber of Commerce, those are really important to make sure, okay, here were your needs coming in, how are we doing, what can we do to help you? That sort of support is really important, isn't it?
Well, we're trying to figure out things, what these businesses need, and after the fact. It's great to have them come in, but we put a lot of our effort into what the challenges current businesses that are existing here in Indiana County right now are facing. And we've had committees yesterday with our university relations team trying to figure out ways to get the university and the students and their staff more involved with the community, and how we can better partner the community with things going on at IUP. We had our government relations team meeting yesterday as well, and trying to figure out identifying the issues that are important that we can go and meet with our local, state, and federal legislators to lobby for our businesses in this community and find out what we can do to assist them in other ways. So there are a lot of different issues that we're trying to identify that businesses are facing. Workforce is obviously at the top of that list in almost every case. However, businesses are facing a number of challenges. It's not all bad, but we certainly are trying to identify ways that we can help every business, large and small, and that's our primary job at the Chamber, is making sure not just bringing in businesses, but how can we help businesses that are here? And we put a lot of time into that, and we have a lot of different committees and a lot of people that work towards that goal.
Make them thrive. Mark Hilliard, President, Chamber of Commerce, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, 101.1 FM and AM 1160.